The Gamesir X2 is a great mobile controller, but it has the Nintendo Switch layout. A is where B should be, and B is where A should be. Is there a way to switch that? If you stick around, you just might find out how you can remap the buttons. What's up, We Deem? Welcome back to another video, and if you'd like to see me spend my money so you don't waste yours, hit the subscribe button. We're going to be taking a look at two different apps, so I suggest that you watch this video to the end so you can see which one of the two is better for you. First app we're going to take a look at is Game Controller Keymapper Pro. When you open the app for the first time, you should be greeted with the Game Controller Assignment interface. If that does not come up, you can click it in the menu. If you click on the controller name under the miscellaneous and then hit the analog stick, it should automatically detect the controller you're using. Assigning the buttons is really easy. All you want to do is long press the button on the screen, and then the app will ask you to press a physical button. Go ahead and press whatever button you want. As you can see on the screen, I'm pressing A to assign it to B and B to assign it to A. Keymapper Pro requires a few files that need to be downloaded to your Android phone. Now, when you first go to exit the app, you're going to be shown this message that says Initial System Setup. Initial setup will be carried out now, during which your system will be restarted. Now, before you restart your system, you're going to have root access. This is one of the things that most people are not going to want, including me, to root their phone, and it needs to be granted for the procedure to be completed. After the system reboots, go ahead and open up Game Controller Keymapper. You'll be asked to enable GC Keymapper Pro. At this point, the app setup should be complete. Now you want to go ahead and click Activate Keymapper in the main menu, and then you will be asked to change the keyboard. Go ahead and tap GC Keymapper Pro, and at this point, you should be able to use your controller remapped to the setup that you used in the initial step. Well, as you heard, unfortunately, Game Controller Keymapper requires that you root your phone, and who the hell wants to do that? And you also have to pay for Game Controller Keymapper Pro in the App Store, which costs about $3.50. And who got the money for that? So let's take a look at the next app. Alright, We Deemer, the next app is Game Keyboard Plus. And yes, it requires you pay for it too. It's about $2.99 in the App Store, but what it does not require is that you root your phone, and I don't want to root my phone. Game Keyboard Plus is fairly easy to use. Once you open the app, you have a list of instructions right in front of you. Step 1, if you tap that, it's going to open the language and keyboard. On my Android phone, you want to hit Manage Keyboards. You want to click the toggle next to Game Keyboard Plus. Back out of that to get back to the app. And then you're going to want to go to Step 2, which you'll tap that, and it'll bring up default keyboards. You want to go ahead and select Game Keyboard Plus. Now you can tap the third step, and the Keyboard Plus should come out. But for me, I want to go to Settings, Hard Key Mapping, and here you can map all the buttons. As you can see, I got Gamepad A, and that is equal to B, but you can hold it, and then you want to go down to where it says the key that you'll be using, and it should say Gamepad A. There you go, Gamepad A. But before you click that on the touchscreen, you're going to want to hold the actual physical button, and I'll hold B and I'll click Gamepad A, and as you can see, it'll change that. And if I go to Mapping 2, I do the same thing, and I go all the way down to Gamepad B. You're going to want to hold the physical button, and then you can go ahead and click Gamepad B. Now I'm going to click the back button to go out, and I'm going to want to hit Save Profile. I'm going to save it as Razer, and then if I go back and hit Load Profile, click Razer, that should be up at the top there. But if I press A, you see it's selecting B. If I press B, you'll see it's selecting A. Now let's go out of the app and load a game. Now if I press A in this game, you see it's throwing apples, and if I press B, it's jumping. Now, obviously, you're not going to know whether that's different from before, so I'm going to go ahead and change to the initial settings, completely take off keyboard plus, and see what the buttons do then, so you can see for yourself that it has remapped A and B. Now, as you can see, I'm pressing A, and the character is now jumping, and B is throwing the apples. Well, there you go, 2 apps to remap the buttons on any mobile controller, especially the Gamesir X2, if you just couldn't stand that A-B switch, the Nintendo Switch layout. Both you have to pay for. One, you unfortunately have to root your phone, and who wants to do that? And the other one, you don't have to root your phone. Now, the one thing I will say before we end this video is the Keyboard Plus app. For some reason, if your phone timed out or you locked it, the remap would completely wipe away, and you'd have to go back in the app to redo it and then load the game again. So it's going to work as long as you continuously play the game, but if it locks, you're going to lose the mapping, which is annoying, but I don't know of any other way. So if any of you guys know any good apps or any good ways of remapping the buttons on your mobile controller without rooting your phone, and maybe even one that's free, let us know in the comments down below. If the video helped you remap the buttons on your Gamesir X2 or any mobile controller, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. It helps the video reach more people. Consider sharing amongst friends and the rest of your social media. And as always, don't forget to let me spend my money so you don't waste yours by hitting that subscribe button. Also, I want to start letting the gaming community know what videos I'm working on in advance. I want to start getting other gamers' opinions into the video, because after all, this is the We Deem gaming channel, not the I Deem gaming channel. So go ahead and click the link to the We Deem gaming community group on Facebook. I want to start including your opinions in the next video. I have no clue why I'm doing this with my hands.